Tide Talk Web is back, baby! Sorry for the long period being gone. Wife had surgery. I was on leave for about a month, so I'm back. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't intend to be gone that long, but for all my 5 people to watch, thank you for sticking with me. Anyway, I'm back. Hopefully have a video about every other day up. Okay, let's break down. Let's quickly. Florida State, tough game. They had a good defensive line. It was what we thought it was. I hate that we put their quarterback out. Their offensive line is very porous. We were in their backfield all day. Busted that ass. We had Fresno State, Colorado State. We had another dump team, Vanderbilt, busted through them. Ole Miss, busted through them. A&M, first big test. We know Christian Kirk is probably one of the best receivers in the ACC by far, if not the best in the country. He's one of. Very, very good. They have a young freshman quarterback who's Johnny Manziel type. He can extend plays with his legs. Very good. Always looking downfield. He will be great in the future. He's a freshman, so we'll see. Anyway, we came out, looked pretty good in the first quarter. Second half was a different story. We struggled, made some mistakes. But anyway, let's start breaking it down. Minka Fitzpatrick, we've been using him as a pass rusher. Did very well, got a sack. Hats off to young defensive guys like Isaiah Buggs and Raekwon Davis. They had 10 and 8 tackles respectively, and also each had a sack. Quillen Williams and LeBron Ray also had sacks as well. Young guys stepping up while Deshaun Hand is out, which is great. Love you guys, doing great. Uncharacteristic mistakes that we had. We had Foster had a fumble, which is very uncharacteristic. Didn't have our last fumble came in Iron Bowl last year, so it was just at a bad time for us when the fumble came. J.K. Scott struggled in the game as well. He shanked one massive punt, which was very uncharacteristically went, excuse me, about 20 yards. He struggled. He also, I think, missed a field goal. Hats off to Harris, Damian Harris. He did great. Had 124 yards, 14 carries. Big bulk of that came on a 75-yard run for a TD. Another run for 24 yards was big. He busted up the gut. Also, during the game, we had some injuries. We had Calvin Ridley, he had a thigh bruise. I'm not a doctor, but it looked like something with his knee. Tony Brown. But as well with those injuries, we also had guys step up. Or Foster stepped up. Even though that fumble, he did step up. We also had Henry Ruggs step up, Jerry Jeudy step up. So we got young guys there all over the field that can step up. But hey, it's time to grow up, put up, and shut up. Step up. Anyway, so we were down also to a third star, Shemai Carter, defensive back. That was shaky. Like I said, we don't have a lot of depth from where all those guys left, and didn't have a lot of defensive backs come in last year. But we're making do. Not as good as we were last year. That's okay. We have an above-average defensive backfield. Not great, but above average. We did okay. We held our own. We prevailed 27-19. That was good. We're 6-0. We have 20 straight wins against SEC team, which is great. Like I said, we had some up and downs in the game. This, that, and the other. A&M did try to come back. We were at their house, so that was expected. We knew it was going to be a tougher game. Like I said, Arkansas, they do have a very good quarterback. We're going to be playing them this coming week. I think Alabama wins by at least 14, but they can put up some points, and they will put up some points. Bama's got to come in there, and we got to play all 4 quarters. To me, we only played the first and the second quarter hard. It seemed like we slacked off a little bit. We made some mistakes and whatnot. I like Brian Daboll's play calling at this point. I would like him to adjust some things, because I didn't see a lot of adjustments against A&M from the first to the second half. I would like to see a little bit of that. I think my analysis of Jalen Hurts looks great. He's doing very, very good. I think he's leaps and bounds better than he was last year. So I want him to keep improving and doing great. And a funny quote from Saban I thought was that he wants his players to listen to him and not the media because it's like poison. I think when he made that statement in the press conference, he's trying to reach out to his own players and say, block everything out, turn off your social media, turn off ESPN, let's do us and work on our game plan, what we got to do. I think we will win this coming week. I think we'll be fine. I think we could have some struggles here and there, especially Arkansas is a big throwing team. I don't think we're going to have a hard time stopping the run. I could be wrong, but I don't see us having problems with that. Like I said, right now, Alabama, we're focused on trying to get the SEC championship. The other best team in the SEC by far is Georgia. They're getting better by the week. I think that's going to be our biggest competition. You've also got to watch out for teams like Washington. Don't sleep on that team. Clemson is probably the best team in the country right now. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, their starting 5 defensive linemen are that line together is the best defensive line in the country. Like, their backups pale in comparison to a lot of other teams as far as defensive line backup. Their backups are a big drop off, like massive drop off compared to Alabama and a lot of other big teams like that. Michigan is not as good as we thought they were. I don't really know what Penn State has. I think they're in the mix. They're pretty good for the top 4 slots. Oklahoma took a massive dump, as we all saw, so we'll see how they do in bouncing back. I think they're still obviously good enough to win the Big 12. Oklahoma State's in that mix as well. USC's been so up and down. I thought they were kind of the clear and away favorite to win the Pac-12, but to me right now the race seems like it's Washington State and Washington right now. They seem like the big dogs, undefeated. They're winning games pretty convincingly. We'll have to see how they do. Maybe you could make an argument for Stanford, but USC, they're still in the mix. But kind of, they had some up and down games. Texas took them to the wire, so we'll see. Texas still doesn't have a defense. I thought they were going to be better this year, or maybe try to challenge for the Big 12. But I still think it's Oklahoma's and Oklahoma State's game to win or lose ultimately. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I think this week will be interesting against Arkansas. I think we will win. Hopefully we win big. I would imagine we probably beat them by 14 or so. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Tide Talk with Webb, out.